Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So keep your back straight and bring your attention to your body, please, and observe your posture. And scan head to toes 3 times yourself. And say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step. Following my words mentally, relax your body, please. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your whole back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax all abdominal organs. Relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. So bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. So now allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, just recognize it. Inhalation as inhalations, exhalations as exhalations. Do nothing extra. Just make your practice simple and clear. Your intention should be to see the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. See, is there any other details if you can recognize with the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation? Keep your attention only to the sensation. Keep your attention only to the sensation and recognize the change happening moment by moment. So is there any other sensation arise in your body? Still remember to observe the change. Don't categorize, don't put a name on it. Don't try to verbalize your experience. Just see only the change happening moment by moment. Your experience, you are itself the result of the change. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these meditation sessions, we mainly try to build up a foundation to develop our spiritual practice. So, when it comes to your life, and whatever that you accumulate with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, remember it become kind of like a currency to your future existence. How it become that kind of power? Because when you see something, how it become a power to create your future. When you hear something, how it become powerful to create your future. Because the main reason we always have a self-centered mind, and if you believe kind of like if you settle down within yourself thinking this is me, this is I am, with that self-centered mind, so whatever you experience, what happening, you start to get into that experience thinking there is something. As a result of that, what will happen, your mind start to create in that way, not later, not even the before, in that very moment, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, it's always happening constantly, non-stop. So practicing meditation will help you to, in the first level, to stop this reaction. The creation is not the outside. Now, when we talk about the creation, about this entire universe, people talk. But when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, the creation is always happening within yourself in this very moment, within your experience. So that experience set based with the self-centered mind. So then what is self? The self is this body and the name that you carry. And all the feelings arise in this body. And the mental formations or the idea that you carry. And your consciousness. So this all together create a self-centered view. And that self-centered view, we believe we kind of like somebody exist, something exists non-stop. But it's always break down, moment by moment, break down. In the outside world, inside, the both break down at the same time. But sometimes when we get into something, when once we hold any experience with the desire or with the satisfaction, what will happen? We disconnect from the, the natural flow or the current or the change. And once you disconnect, then again and again, what will happen? You build up something on memory. So then once you get into that kind of addiction or the pattern or the habit, then what will happen? It is start to overtake your moment of awareness or the consciousness. And that is what we experience as life. But if you are able to slow down a little bit, calm down yourself a little bit, and if you're able to stop the reactions deeper inside with your mind and learn to observe, in that observation, you slowly get into the natural flow. Once you experience it within yourself, and then you understand what is beyond this memory. And memory make you powerless. The moment of experience make you powerful. But the powerless option we take as the powerful way. And then we addicted to collect memory. And unknowingly, invisibly, and we always addicted to experience. And in deeply, once you addicted to experience, what will happen? Experience come out of the sensation or the feelings. Then you addicted to feelings. If you look very carefully, your life, what you repeat? You repeat your feelings, sensations. If there is no sensation or no feelings, you're not going to repeat it. You're not going to go behind it. So when the feelings arise, what's happening? You hold the feelings. Rather than seeing the change, you hold the feelings. Oh, this is like this. You hold it in a, oh, this is good, or this is bad, or maybe neutral. That three ways, the whatever that your reaction, in deeply, that reaction arise with the intention there is something. That's why you take it, if it is good, you accept. If it is reject, if it is not good, you reject it. Because you know there is something to reject. And neutral, not to react, there is something not to react. But once you able to experience the sensation without reacting, what will happen? You recognize out of that experience there is nothing. Out of that feelings there is nothing. It will arise, it will disappear itself at that very moment, at the same time. Not later, not before. So once you hold it to that, then you are that deeply, that all the ideas that you used to collect as thoughts, and naturally you understand that everything has the same nature. So whatever in the history or in the future, is everything the same. So getting to that understanding, little by little, you have to develop the awareness. So when it comes to that awareness, and our physical health is very important. Head to toes, this body is very important. So that's why this human life is a bliss for you. And that's why this is a very good place for you to understand and experience this. So in the human life, you need the five facilities to maintain this. One is the longevity, and one is comfort, another one is the complexion, another one is the strength, another one is the wisdom. So these five qualities you need to maintain a good, comfortable life. So once you have it, you have to invest it to recognize the nature, that because that if you are able to understand the nature rather than hold it to habits, then you're going to recognize the change, because the nature go with the change, and the change create this everything. There is a universal pattern when you start to observe the change. And when it comes to the nature, and it always going to be beautiful and peaceful, and there is no demerits come out of the nature. In any natural process, there is no any kind of pain or unsatisfaction going to bring to you. But we manipulate nature, and as a result of that, we create difficulties. So inside ourselves the same, outside world the same. So if you are able to come to a point, rather than manipulating or rather than maintaining the natural process inside you, if you observe and if you go with it mindfully, then you will understand. So getting to that level, you need to see this process. You need some wisdom, you need some knowledge. So that's why little by little, we keep practice. So when it comes to practice, remember, just closing eyes and practicing meditation not enough. So in day-to-day life, because we need this physical health. So for that you need this all the other facilities. You need the longevity. You need the good health to practice meditation. You need, if you need the long life, why you need the long life? Waiting for the next James Bond movie, or spend more time and get into your samadhi at least. So like that, when you have the longevity, you spend the time. And when you have the comfort, you spend the time, that comfort you invest to gain the samadhi. The complexion, you invest it to gain the samadhi. Strength, you have to invest it to gain the samadhi. The wisdom, you have to invest it to gain the samadhi, at least before you die. Try to get that experience to yourself. So all these five qualities you can gain not by praying, not by asking, just only by giving. So that's why the generosity is important. Why? Because when you give this, you gain. So giving and generosity is very important when it comes to your spiritual practice. And so you have to give not to have a comfortable life or not to receive it later and have more, or not to multiply whatever the material life you have. And you have to give to gain the facilities to yourself to uplift your mental development. That is one difference in between the Buddhist culture and the other traditions. Everybody giving, but we give mainly looking for our liberation, and we invest all our meritorious activities to gain the liberation, not multiply the facilities or not multiply the result, because multiplying result will hold us to the samsara. So then at least try yourself little by little to develop your spiritual path. So when it comes to that, overnight, at once you cannot do it. You have to practice it little by little, slowly. In Buddha's teaching, they are saying, Thoka tokang kane kane. If you look at the world, this everything, how this everything came like this, little by little, slowly. So then that the process, if you want to reverse the process, that also same. The overnight, you cannot jump to other side of the life. If you recognize you are in the wrong place, if you recognize yourself, oh, this is not the life you want, and you are on the wrong path, and you are go away from truth, so then you need to remember it didn't happen overnight. There were reasons behind you. Maybe you didn't see that. As a result of long journey, this is what you experience today. So then when you want to turn back, suddenly you cannot take a U-turn. And even that there is a way that you can change. You have to be very careful because people like to change. This is the important part. When you look for the change, that change, the next option always should be more profitable than this moment. Otherwise, don't change. Otherwise, hold it to that. If your change going to be more miserable, what then you're going to go more and more difficult towards that way. So then that's why you need the awareness, understand. So you recognize you need the change. You have to change. So don't jump to the wrong side. Then you may get into more difficulties, more hard. You're going to experience more hard time. So when you are in the difficult moment, and to get into the right side, you need two kind of things. One is parato gosa jnana. That means ability to listen or gain the wisdom, gain the knowledge from outside world. Parata means the outside, gosa means that it's kind of like the echo or the oral. And the jnana means the wisdom. So in the ancient time, people used to memorize and chant, or the orally they used to bring any wisdom. So then you have to have the ability to hear or see or gain the wisdom. And the second one, yoniso manasikara, that clear comprehension and recognizing the awareness yourself, seeing the condition of your mind. Because that whatever you get the information, not going to work if your condition of your mind is not clear. So that's why you have to have the clear mind. So the mainly what is the clear mind mean? Undisturbed mind. So that's mean not influenced by the greed, hatred, and the delusion. So how you can get that kind of mind? That's why you come to the present moment. Why? Because in the present moment, there is no greed, hatred, or the delusion. So then, if you keep your mind in the present moment, that's mean it already detached from the greed, hatred, and the delusion. So the mind is clear. In that condition, whatever you hear, if it is right, you can see it as a right knowledge. If it is wrong, you're going to see that also. It's not only that whatever that is the power of clear comprehension. Sati sampajanya, awareness, tranquility state. That is the power of your mind. That is what you have. So then you have to use it. But if your mind depends on past or the future, your mind don't have that ability. You lose that ability. So then always remember mostly what we does. We don't recognize the condition of our mind. That means we are mostly tangled to the past or the future thoughts and mix with that. But we always try to look the right knowledge from the outside world. It doesn't work. It's not going to work for million years if because you have to know the mechanism. What is the mechanism? Listen this very carefully, because once you get it, you don't worry about the outside knowledge. It cannot do it. In conventional life, it may help for us to certain level. But if the outside world can help you, we all not going to be in the world today. Why? Because the Buddha then start to preach to everyone. And because he is the right person, all the enlightened masters in the world so far. And they give all the wisdom, because they had the compassion. And then when it comes to yourself, just imagine if you are the mother or the father in your family, can you give your wisdom to your children? Because if you can do that, you will give more than what you have. But look at life, what you experience. Each and everybody going to be different. Even that the brothers, sisters, they come through the same mother. They start their life in the same place inside the mother's womb. But when they come out, what happened to them? So that's why it's nothing. Nothing. When it comes to spiritual development, it's made it. You need the message to hear, because this is the message. This is what the Buddha said. This is what you have to hear. So then, in the beginning, you have to understand that the outside wisdom also need. That's why every day we keep teaching. But the thing is this: if you don't work the other side, your inside mind, the condition of your mind, if you don't care about it, what will happen? So whatever the Tripitaka or even the 100 Buddha around you will keep preaching, you're not going to get anything. There were many monks used to be with the Buddha, but they went away. And they used to be the attendants and help for the Buddha. They used to be in the same place, same temple. When it comes to world, remember, you can help. But that help going to be 100% successful if the other person willing to get the help, then you can help. Otherwise, you cannot.
So then if your mind willing to see what is outside, then you can see. Otherwise, you're not going to see. So that condition come to you when you are in the present moment. Because if your mind depending from past or the future, then you cannot have that condition in your mind. So then whatever you hear, whatever you learn, it becomes just the conventional knowledge. So then Paratogo Sanyana, the outside, the mainly Buddha's teaching, or the wisdom, or the right information, Yoniso Manasikara, your mind should be in the present moment. If once these two things come together, then whatever information come to you, you can see. You can see the truth. It's never going to be wrong. You don't need any teacher, no, you don't need any reference. Because mind has itself that capacity to recognize. So you have to develop that. So you have to develop it moment by moment by little by little, little by little. Not just overnight. So with the effort, clear understanding, and with the right practice, little by little, you have to develop. Anything the same. So then when it comes to that, before you go to mind, and you have to start it with the physical. So when it comes to physical, the one of the important major thing is giving, practicing giving. And it nourish your spiritual practice. Why? Because mainly the greed, hatred, or the delusion going to become strong because of the lust. And the giving start to cut the, the bond with the lust. Your ignorance has a deeper rooted relationship with the lust. And the giving start to cut it. So when you give, you cannot, do it in the beginning. You cannot practice in a large scale. You have to do it little by little. One time Buddha gave a story, that the talk regarding this. One day Buddha gave a sermon in a public place, told, at least learn to give little. Because if you give a little, then you're going to develop your spiritual practice. And not only that, when you give, try to invite for other people. Don't give just by yourself. And gathering with the other people, with the help of others, learn to give. Because then, and as a result of that, in the samsaric journey, until you attain to the Nibbana, that you will be around the right people. Because why? The Parato goes, you need the message from outside. So then you need somebody to bring that message. So if you are a person, oh, I live myself, I don't want anybody, I don't want to see people, I don't want to hear people, or kind of like that, then who going to be the messenger? So the messenger means the angel. In the ancient time, there was no the word called angel. The angel, the messenger became the angel. Messenger means the person who bring the message. So this is what. So well, that somebody need to bring you the message. That's what called parato goes. So then you need people around you. Right or wrong, because in the beginning maybe you need the wrong people. Why? Through that wrong people, someday that some of them going to bring the right person to you. So then don't afraid for people, because sometimes we mostly afraid for people. We cut people, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that person. No, don't do that. You do it because in deeply you develop the skill to see this connection. And if you know this connection, remember this very carefully in your life. Whoever brings troubles to you, and if, and they are the one who bring the messenger to you. So then don't afraid for them. And so what the Buddha said, when you start to give and learn to give and joining with others, invite for other people also, and that will help you to develop your spiritual. So then there was one person, he heard this and he thought, oh, I want to give a dana. I want to arrange a ceremony for Buddha and all the monks and want to give a lunch. And then he thought, then I it's not by myself. I'm going to, the invite for whole village people, everybody. And then he invite for the Buddha and told, Venerable Sir, so next week, please come to my village. Then the Buddha accepted the invitation. And then he went to the village and start to tell each and everyone. And remember, next week the Buddha going to come to our village with 500 another 500 monks. So then everybody need to, if you are willing to participate, this opportunity for you. So he gave the message. And then at night he thought, just giving message not enough. Why? Because these people sometimes they forget this. It is better I go place to place, and ask some things goods from them for the dana, then I can prepare it. Because sometimes if they forget or if they have some busy time, then they cannot participate for this. So then what he did, next day morning he start to go house to house and told, or next week I have a dana ceremony for Buddha. If you willing to join and participate, you can offer some. So then people used to give rice, beans, coconuts, vegetables. So like that, he collected. See that he had the compassion and to collect other people to this meritorious act. So sometimes in temples, when we organize ceremonies and we have to call people and tell, okay, there is a ceremony like a Katina ceremony or New Year ceremony. So like that, we have to call people. And sometimes people think, oh, this monk, disturbing, always collecting. It's nothing to do with collecting. We trying to combine, bring each and everybody, because you are busy. Sometimes you doing some other works. You have no time to do things like this way. So when we organize a ceremony, we like to invite for other people to participate. Why? Because it's going to be a great merits for them. And for ourselves, we know how to gain merits for us. But that is, it's a one part of life. And when it comes to the community and when we build up a center, when we build up a temple, that's mean around the temple, around the center, people need to be successful with the spirituality. Not just the building or not just the temple. No, the people need to change. So that's why we also help for people to bring. So anyway, this person start to go house to house and collect. And then there was a very rich person, millionaire. And he thought, look at this guy. And he have money. And why he is still collecting from whole village? He no need to do that. Maybe he try to become more rich out of doing this dana. So this is what he thought. And then this person came to even the millionaire house and knocked the door and told, I'm organizing a dana ceremony. So if you willing to participate for that, you also can give something. And now this millionaire thought, if I don't give, it is not good. Because then he can tell I didn't give. I didn't give. And anyway, now he came to my house, I have to give something. What he did, he took rice to his three fingers like this and gave it to this person. Some rice, three fingers, hold it three, and the beans and catch from three fingers, give it to them. So this called Bilala Pada. So Bilala Pada, Bilala means cat. It's a kind of like a cat footprint, and that's why this millionaire later called Bilala Padaka millionaire. Out of the Bilala Padaka means the cat footprint. So anyway, so this Bilala Padaka and gave little bit beans, little bit rice. So like that, little by little, and only holding by three fingers. And that person took it and went. And the day came and he prepared the dana. This Bilala Padaka millionaire thought, maybe he going to insult me in front of everyone because I gave a little. Now he understood and he made a mistake. And it is not good for my name because I am a millionaire in front of everybody. If he told that if my name and how much I gave, it is not good for me. If he tried to insult me, I'm going to kill him. So what he did, he's a millionaire. He have some people, gangsters, gather the gangsters with the weapons, even himself. He had a knife. See, the thought himself, he going to kill this guy in front of the Buddha. And he thought, I'm going to kill him in case if he insult me. And he gathered all the gangsters around him. Because when you have money, there are some people, they do anything. So told, okay, let's go and kill the person if he insult me. And everybody, 100 people gathered around him to help him. And now they also went. Now the dharana ceremony is there. And the Buddha and all the monks came. And this person start to offer the dana. And then he saw that this Bilala Padaka millionaire also came with the big crowd, the group of people. And so then this person offered the dana and telling, Venerable Sir, this is the dana I prepared and it is not me. All the village people contribute to this dana and they all participate for dana. Behalf of everyone, I offer this dana to him. So then he saw this Bilala Padak and told, oh, he also contribute to this. And then it was in a little plate separately. He cooked that all the little bit rice, little bit beans, and all whatever he gave in a beautiful plate and prepared and organized it very nicely. And he saw in front of the Buddha, oh, this millionaire also participate for this. Come. And he gave that to his hand and told, okay, you now can offer this to Buddha. And it is a great opportunity for you. And he offered in front of the Buddha and knee down with that all the gangsters and told, Venerable Sir, forgive me. And the Buddha asked, why? You didn't do any wrong. Why you ask the forgiveness? No, Venerable Sir, I thought completely wrong. I came and then he saw the weapon. I came to kill this person, thinking he going to insult me. But see what he did, you know, with the great respect, and he beautifully arranged that little food I gave, and I gave the to insult him just only by holding by three fingers. But he, with the great respect and with the great generous heart, he make it and gave me to my hand to offer it to you. And so then he understood his mistake, and he and his all the gangsters and dropped the weapons and became very generous people and became the follower of the Buddha. So this is what when you give, and not only that, when you start to to invite others, when you get the participation from others, this is what there are some people, they they need some kind of, the spark, trigger, they need some little jump start, because in the samsara they have this all the good meritorious activities and the kusala karma, or the power of their merits. But some case, for some reason, it's kind of like, the covered. So then maybe when you practice and you become a person, sometimes you are the one who help them and giving them the jump start to come forward and go in the spiritual path. So then in this life, this spiritual practice is just not only for you. So that's why whenever you have opportunity, share it, give it to somebody. It's hard, it's difficult, it's a different kind of thing, but still give it. You know how to give. So just only thing is, just know yourself, you have to give it to somebody. So that's why we have it today like this. And before we die, we somehow, and it going to be little by little, more and more and more difficult, but somehow you have to find a way to give it to somebody. And when you pass the message and you become a messenger to them, and at the same time it become a great meritorious act to yourself, and it will nourish your spiritual practice also. So it can happen little by little, slowly. It's okay, but at least yourself remember to do that duty yourself. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi diga yuko bhava. Ettavata cha ammihi sampadang punya sampadang. Sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.